Hi everybody, it's Gina with Western Way of Life. Still growing in the garden. Everything's going really well. If this is your first time to follow me, I'm in Grow Zone 7B. I am in South Central Oklahoma area, almost all the way down south to the Texas line. And I started growing in this garden just this year. I decided to go ahead and start growing some vegetables. I would like to start to can some things and just to grow my own vegetables. I do not want to eat vegetables out of a grocery store unless I know how they were grown and what has been sprayed on them. I try to keep everything organic, and I don't want to have to use bug sprays. I have grown flowers in the past. I am familiar with pests and the caterpillars and aphids and some other things, but hopefully I can learn, and this garden can just grow abundantly for me, and at least I know where I'm getting my food and what I'm putting in my body. I have taken some things out of the crates, and replanted some summer lettuce and another succession of carrots, which I'd like to keep those going. I am going to try to be diligent about that. The heat is what kills me in the summer here. It just gets so darn hot. You don't even want to be out here. So I started my water irrigation here. Hopefully we'll have that finished by this week. The temperatures are going to be very cool. In fact, tonight, April 23rd, we are dipping down to 40 degrees. That's so close. I know up north, Oklahoma City area, they had a frost advisory last night, and I'm sure tonight. A few more seedlings left to find homes for, but not bad. I did pretty good. I didn't go overboard. I did seed a few too many, but not bad. I mean, it's not like I have 50, not even 20 seedlings that I've got to find a place for. I wanted to keep this garden down where I could keep it myself controllable, so I didn't want to do too much at once. But it did grow a little bit, but I think the seedlings, whatever seedlings I have left, if I can't find a place to put them, then I'll just have to let them die. But the crates are just beautiful. I come out here and I look at these and I think, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is food. I've got spinach. I've got Chinese broccoli that I'm learning how to harvest and eat. I've got beautiful annual flowers, carrots. Look at these carrots that are just the beauty of it. I've got some lettuce back here, kale, strawberries that are fixing to be, that we're eating. We're coming out here and we're getting snacks. Swiss chard, cilantro, basil. The beets are growing. Look at the beets already down in there. First time to ever grow these. Calendula, Chinese celery. It's beautiful. The greens on these are just gorgeous. Lettuce, some more different leaf lettuces. This is a good-hearted tomato back here because I didn't have room for it. These will be harvested this week. Give that tomato a little bit more sun. Beautiful Chinese cabbages that are, I've got 3 of them. Well, 4. One's over there, and this one here is just gorgeous. Just the sheer beauty of the plant, and to know that it's food. This cabbage is just unreal. Some more beets, nasturtium. The nasturtium is getting a flower on it, yes. Some more celery. I just made these crates. The birds have been getting into the straw here. I didn't know what that was. I thought it was my cat. and it's birds nestling in there. But bell peppers and some sweet peppers, more strawberries. I've got a tomato plant here, and I've got one over here by the onions because the onions will be harvested, and then I can let that tomato grow up the trellis. I've got another succession of radishes in the back that I've harvested a little bit off of already. And the containers, I've got a couple tomato plants in here, another nasturtium. This is a super sweet 100. And the reason I have them here and those other tomato plants here is I've got this frame up. This is an old tent frame. And so what I've done is I've tied my string, and if they're indeterminate tomatoes, so if they reach up here, they can go across either direction, and that goes for all of them that were right there. Great idea. My tomato trellis here, the tomatoes are abundantly getting tall. Of course, they started out tiny, and some of them are already weaving their way through this trellis. I've got marigolds, lots of herbs, chamomile, basil, thyme. They all seem to be flowering. Some more seedlings that I need to hopefully find homes for. I have been filling up the containers here, quite large containers, just putting some of my other seedlings in here. And hopefully I can save most all. These are more melons and stuff here. But I did seed some sun golds. And I have a few more tomatoes there that I'd like to find homes for. But everything is really looking beautiful. The rose bush that's been here the whole time that I had my flower garden is going to bloom, go in full bloom with these gorgeous yellow roses. And then I have this other rose bush here that gives out the gorgeous white roses. Along the fence, I did plant some brand new blueberry bushes. They're very small. This one here is a black, and it just, blackberry. It has just quadrupled. Another sunflower that just came up on its own. Another blueberry bush I put in here. All the bushes here, blueberries and blackberries, I put in myself this year. So hopefully they will get a good chance and get some growth on this year and establish themselves. I won't get a lot of food from them this year, but in the years to come. Here's some of the radishes that I harvested. The white radish, beautiful. Another tomato trellis here. I've got one here, and then I've got one behind it. And they're doing great. I already have some tomatoes growing on some of them. This one is I believe this is a black vine, yes. And it has its first set of little tomatoes growing. So, some rosemary. And then I've got the second set of tomatoes here. This is a lemon boy, and it already has a tomato on it. But just really doing well here. This is a little in-ground bed here, some annual flowers, more bell peppers and jalapenos, bush bean, beets, radishes, celery, some kale. And then the containers I kind of set up for my salsa. cilantros, bell peppers, and different jalapeno peppers, and then some specialty peppers, along with just some herbs. There's some good-hearted tomatoes that are just covered with tomatoes. I have 2 of the good-hearted back here. And they're a patio tomato, and they don't get very big, but oh my goodness, they're just lined up with tomatoes. And I believe this, yes, this one is the same. Oh my goodness. But they don't get very big. This is the container here, so they're just little tiny. But the annual flowers look beautiful. Everything's growing really well. I have harvested cilantro, and I need to do it again before it bolts. And I have cilantro planted just in and out of some of these boxes. I'd like to dehydrate some and keep some stored. And this is my last in-ground bed here. Lots of onions, excuse me, annual flowers, some sunflowers for pollinators, stuff like that. Some more cosmos. And then I've got my okra that was in the other videos. It's just not growing real well. I just don't believe it is hot enough. More bell peppers. This one here is getting really yellow, and it's got some bug damage on there. I'm not sure what's going on with this one, but I will be keeping a very close eye on it in the next few days. I might pull that one out. These look really good. Some more okra back here. And then I've got some specialty peppers. If the birds will leave the straw alone, they're really tearing it up. It was all, I mean, you can see how much they've gotten in here. But I've got some of these specialty peppers in here. And some black-eyed Susan and some okra. But anyway, the garden looks great. I did get my pole beans in, purple and a green pole bean. And then my 30-gallon cloth pots, they have my onions in them. I've got white and red onions growing in both of these with a couple annual flowers. But anyway, this is the last of the pickup. I've got to get out of here. But other than that, I've really got the area organized, and I hope I can enjoy it this fall and this summer into fall. And possibly I will be covering the frame again as a little makeshift greenhouse again. And that's what I did use it for in the past. So, but anyway, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We're getting just a little bit of rain, a trace of rain, nothing measurable. Hopefully this week we will have much more rain coming. So until next time, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.